and welcome back to my channel. I've come on today to do my May entry into Handmade by Abbigale's Designer Sheet Challenge. I'm going with a sheet of A4 card this month. I'm going to make it up as I go along. I've got a few colours out that I've got in mind. I want to use Ashley's honeycomb stencil, and I want to use these two stamps that I've just recently bought that have been released by Visible Image. I bought both of them on the release date. So I've got the gorgeous bee one and then the lovely flower with the scripting. So I'm going to use those. So I'm going to start with the stencil, and I just want a really subtle honeycomb background. I'm just going to go with antique linen. And being careful not to go over the edge, otherwise we'll create a straight line. I think we'll also have, I don't know whether to go for that one. This one is fossilised amber, so maybe just a little bit of that, just to create a slight, I wonder if I've got too much of me. Looks the same, doesn't it, as antique linen? Very similar. Right, let's try the wild honey. I'll use a different brush. It looks a lot stronger. It doesn't matter if the honeycomb overlaps, it is just the background. Just don't want too many pale areas. I love this stencil actually, it's I love the size of it. Right, I think that's going to be our background. Now I want to use this big flower first. So I've got a larger acrylic block, and I think I want to use the tea dye for this one. Hope this shows up. Oh yes, like that. Gorgeous stamps. You can tell they're really good quality. this one, which is the smaller little flowers. Strange noise going on outside, if you can hear it. I've no idea what that is. What shall we have? Frayed burlaps maybe. I've used the wild honey. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yes, that stands out quite well. On the edge of there. Just a tiny wee bit in that corner. I think that will do for that one. Right, and then I'm going to use another one off that set. I love this set so much. I'm going to use this tiny wee little flower. And I'm going to use one of my new inks, which is Ground Espresso. I haven't had this one very long. This is a lot darker. I like that. I love doing this. I could do this all day long. Playing with stamps and inks. It's got to be my favourite thing. Right, I think I'll call that one done. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to say that's my designer sheet. But when it comes to what I'm planning to do is cut it up and make ATCs. Now whether that be the round ones, the regular ones, or the 50p ones, I'm not sure yet. But what I'll do is I'll pause you now and I'll do that. And I'm going to add, once I've cut them to the size I want, then I'll be able to add sentiment and bits and pieces on top of that. Obviously if I put them on now, I don't know, when ATCs, things have got to be positioned a bit more precisely, I would have said. So I'll come back, I'll pause you now and I'll come back in a moment. Right, I've come back with what I've made with, I'm quite surprised what I've made with my A4 sheet of card, designer sheet. I've got a 5x5, this was 5x5, no 6, just under 6x6, but this piece, this panel was 5x5 card. So you've got the background and I've just stamped Be Happy, some gems, and then the large bee from the Visible Image set. Got a card. I've got two regular ATCs. So there's slightly different bee. I brought out all of my bee stamps. That was that particular stamp there. And then the sentiment Believe in Yourself was from this Polka Doodles set. That's all I've done. I've edged it with Vintage Photo on those two. I've got 3 ATC coins. So it's got Be Kind on that one and a small B, slightly bigger B and Be Happy. And then this one was just a bit playing around really. I used this stamp set which came with a magazine. So I've used the honeycomb, little bee, and there was a little hive on that set there. And then a little stamp sentiment from the polka doodle says, "Honey, you're just awesome." And then edged all of those with vintage photo as well. I've got 2 50p ATC coins, and those 2 say have a queen bee kind of day. And those 2 that fit quite nicely onto there, again edged with vintage photo. And I managed to get, I'm happy with those 2 little inches. Again, they say, "Honey, you're just awesome." And I've stuck on a little metal bee charm on there, so hopefully they'll stay stuck on there. The other 3, I was just having a play around with them, but there is only so much you can fit onto an inchy, so I'm not as keen on those. And then finally, just with the little strips that are left, I've just cut them into like a little banner type thing, which will be able to be put into my little embellishments box and added to a card or something later down the line. So yeah, so that's everything I made with the Handmade by Abbigale designer sheet for this month. I'm quite surprised actually how much I've got out of just an A4 size sheet. As I say, I normally use 12 by 12, but yeah, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.